Hello again, it's this week's weekly recap with Rick, and thanks for tuning in. It's been a busy week in Congress, but a short week. House has wrapped up votes here on Wednesday to accommodate the retreat for the Republican Party in the House of Representatives. Doesn't mean we didn't get a few things done. In fact, even today, I'm holding a roundtable on rail safety, inviting people who were not part of a rail safety hearing we had about a month and a half ago or so. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to hear from folks whose voices need to be heard. Small business owner in East Palestine, Ohio, a mayor in Hiram, Georgia, the rail labor community. We need to hear their voices as well as we look forward to June, when the National Transportation Safety Board report is expected to give us full details on what happened in East Palestine, as well as full recommendations. I hope that provides momentum to my Republican colleagues to do what they said they were going to do, and that is hold a hearing on rail safety and on the legislation that has been introduced in the House of Representatives, so we can move forward on ensuring that our neighborhoods are safer. I also want to just point out that the Economic Development Subcommittee held a hearing on how FEMA can better address disaster readiness in our communities. We need to get to a point with the Federal Emergency Management Administration and disaster readiness where we are putting more investment early on into mitigating disasters before they happen. So when we build back, we can build back communities in a more resilient fashion so they can withstand these climate change-led extreme weather events that we see in more intensity and with more frequency. It's been a really busy week, meeting with a lot of local folks. The National League of Cities was in Washington, D.C. this week, and I met with city officials from Anacortes, Oak Harbor, and Mukilteo. Met with the Oak Harbor Public Schools head, as well as the Washington State Impact Aid Association, talking to schools that are impacted by the presence of either military installations or tribal reservations within the confines of the school districts and what that means for the support. The Port of Seattle was here as well to talk about their infrastructure needs and requirements. Had a chance as well to talk about with the U.S. Coast Guard about the new whale desk that they've opened to help track whales in the Puget Sound as well off the coast of Washington State. Not just the southern resident killer whale, but also gray whales, humpback whales in the Pacific are part of what the work they need to embark upon as well. All to ensure that we know where these whales are so that we can redirect traffic around them and decrease the opportunity for whale strikes when these large ships run into whales. Next week in the House of Representatives, we'll be taking up the last 6 appropriations bills and then funding the government through the rest of the year. The President signed 6 spending bills last week, which included a $19.3 million investment in the community projects throughout my district, including Coopville Boys and Girls Club Gymnasium, the Library Commons in Mount Vernon, and as well the Rise Up Academy in South Everett. So there is still plenty going on here in Washington, D.C. I will see you next week, and I'll be home in a few weeks and look forward to seeing everybody at home. Thanks a lot.